Houstonians have been dealing with an ongoing energy crisis for years. From crazy hot weather to crazy cold nights, Houston gets it all. They get all the elements. But what most of the country doesn't know is that Houston's been facing an ongoing energy crisis for far too long. I spoke with Jessica Brown, a person who's been a resident of Houston for the past 13 years after she moved from Wisconsin, another state that is affected by the elements. Jessica's faced a plethora of tropical storms, hurricanes, freezing days in Houston in her 13 years of living there. But what's more important than the weather is the fact that she's experienced a plethora of power outages. According to Jessica, the energy going out in Houston isn't something that there's a chance of happening, it's something that will happen and people have to prepare for. Jessica's way of preparing for this was to install a solar panel roof with 2 Tesla batteries for her home for whenever these weather crises do happen. But that solution isn't feasible for everybody. According to Jessica, she's noticed the weather get worse significantly since she moved 13 years ago. According to her, when she first moved, the hurricanes were something somewhat of a folklore. You heard about Hurricane Katrina, you heard about the tropical storms, but you didn't really see them. But this year, 2025, marks the first time since 2017 that hurricane season in August, September, did not have a hurricane or tropical storm. With 8 years in a row with Houston having storms, CenterPoint Energy has severely failed its citizens. With power outages on the regular, it's really been something that you can count on happening. Rather than CenterPoint Energy fixing these problems themselves, they've put it onto their consumers to pay for what they've had as shortcomings. According to Jessica, her electrical bill has gone up ridiculously since CenterPoint has begun to try to build and fix the janky infrastructure of the city. The electrical bill isn't the only way that CenterPoint is hindering its consumers, though. On top of that, they have a bad reputation of turning the energy off in the poor neighborhoods and keeping it for the richer neighborhoods. Let me explain. So Houston runs on an energy grid. So if you can imagine a graph paper with lines going each way, the energy is put out to certain sections inside that grid. That grid is split up into different ways. Now, if you have a hospital on the same grid as you, your energy will not be shut off because you cannot shut off a hospital's power. But where this misses is that not only will they blend in the hospitals with the more wealthy neighborhoods, but the more wealthy neighborhoods, just hospital or not, tend to not have their power off for as long as the other neighborhoods do. According to the Houston Chronicle, over 80% of CenterPoint's customers, through whether businesses or local homes, lost power during Hurricane Beryl last summer. Hurricane Beryl took place during July, one of the most hot months of the year in Houston. So to go without power for some people almost 3 weeks is insane. To recap, CenterPoint Energy has completely failed the people of Houston, and it's something that the rest of the world and the rest of the nation needs to take more notice to. Don't leave Houston out dry, and make sure that you keep the people of Houston in your thoughts and prayers and spread awareness to not only the weather crises, but the power crisis in Houston. Thank you.